this is documentation for myself, for future Vanessa. Whenever you see this, whenever you decide that this applies to you, then rewatch this. It may have a message of sorts, perhaps. I don't know. It's the first of the month. I am winding down for the night. I put on all my face stuff, and that's why my face looks shiny. And I'm about to settle in for the night. It's not that late. I think it's like 8, but I don't know. I guess my body is just more in tune with going to sleep early. Like, that's just what my body wants. And right now I'm very much in the mindset of listening to my body and enforcing whatever changes need to be done in order for my body to feel good. I'm on a cleansing of sorts, energetically and I guess physically too. And also, like, creating a safe space, further creating a safe space for myself, because I realized that the what I'm having to confront at this, not confront, but like face and to navigate, are all of the repressed emotions of my teenage self. And so that's what's going down. So I guess just to kind of like summarize it, basically, like, and not that this is what triggered it, but it just kind of seems like not a coincidence. It's just like a correlation I've made. I found pictures of myself from when I was a teenager, and like a whole bunch of like memories. Like, I have notes from people that I knew during that time and pictures of me and my friends. And I had I don't know, it's just like an onslaught of memories, and like, oh my god, like, I remember all of this. Like, all of this stuff actually happened and actually went down. Like, these are real things that I experienced. And so then that just kind of like was like a domino effect, and I started thinking about other stuff that had happened. And one of like the biggest things for me, or like my focal point during my teenage years, was that like my experiences with boys. There is this one boy in particular, and you know how like people say like you experience 3 loves in your life? I guess, I mean, it kind of seems like that is pretty much true, but like, so if this concept is true, then this particular boy was number 1, like in the tier of experiencing loves or falling in love. I don't fucking know, you know what I mean. Anyway, and I'm just like remembering like the whole thing, and then like how how badly I handled it, because I really liked him, but like I never told him, like not directly. And also I was really mean to him, and like I think it was just like I didn't know how to flirt, so that was my way to do it, was to be mean to him. But like, I actually liked him so much. And you know, I think by the time that I had the courage to tell him that I liked him, like it was just like he wasn't feeling it, or that's what he said anyway. He was like, "No, I'm sorry," and I'm like, "Okay." But you know, the whole experience of it was very intense for me. He was not my first kiss, but it felt like my first kiss. And well, you know how like people say like, oh, like when you kiss someone and like it's intense or it's like a rush, and like I literally like felt like fireworks going off in my head when we kissed, and it was so intense. And I'm just remembering this, like my teenage self experiencing these things, and like I didn't know how to handle that, me and boys, me and men. Okay, and I think the reason why I didn't handle these things more adequately was because um I didn't think that I was um compatible or worthy, that I was just too ugly and too fat for them to even consider me in that way. And it was I've always been very um quite robust, you know, and growing up, like my body just developed really early. And then on top of that, like I'm robust, and so although like my I never got like those big boobs that girls get like when they hit their puberty, like just kept waiting, and I'm like, okay, it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. And then it never happened, and I never got my big boobs. All I got were these tiny little things. And then all that also was an insecurity because girls are supposed to be more curvy. And anyway, so it was like being too thick but not curvy enough. And then like I just felt like all the other girls just understood what it meant to be a girl, and I didn't. Like I didn't know what I was supposed to do, and so I felt awkward interacting with boys. And like when I realized that I was starting to have feelings for them, like, and not just entirely emotional feelings, like all sorts of feelings, like the kinds of where you're just when you're a teen and you're like, I don't really know what's going on. And this was all a very confusing moment for me. The first time I felt any sort of way in that sense, rated R, it was with that first boy. And I won't say his name because, I don't know if he's out there. Like imagine he stumbles across this and then he recognizes me and I'm saying all of this, like, I want to maintain his privacy. But anyway, like, yeah, and so, I was just thinking about all those things, and I am now a 33-year-old woman, and all I can say is, even though I've been so awkward and weird with men, like, I still managed to have experiences, and then, like, for them to actually like me back, and it still blows my mind. It blows my mind that someone could find me attractive. I don't know, like, I don't know why I feel that way, but it does. And this has gone on too long, so I'm gonna cut it here. I really didn't get to any conclusion, and I think that says a lot about this, like, the theme I'm talking about. Okay, that's it.